Hey guys, that horror critic here, and today we're going to be talking about Manhunter. It's a 1986 thriller film directed by Michael Mann, and it's based on the novel Red Dragon by Thomas Harris. The basic plot is Will Graham. He's a retired FBI agent, and he's brought onto the case of a serial killer because of his special ability to place himself into the killer's point of view. He had retired because previously he had tracked down and caught a murderous therapist named Hannibal Lecter, and he had almost been, it was so close of an encounter because he had been stabbed, and that had really shook him. So he retired, but now he's back onto the case with this. He slowly begins to track down the killer, Francis Dollarhide, and becomes more involved in the case than he had ever planned to. This movie has great visuals, and it's got a rockin' 80s score. I'd recommend it just for those two aspects, but it still has a lot of great things to offer. Now first, I know a lot of people like Red Dragon better, because it's closer to the book for one thing. And Anthony Hopkins is in the movie, and he had been in Hannibal and The Silence of the Lambs, and people were like, they thought he really defined the character. And I mean, he does an excellent job. I mean, I still like him better than Lecter in this movie, but don't get me wrong, I mean, you gotta give the other guy a chance too. Now, it's a hard choice to say which one I like better. I watched them both again because I just read the book, and I was like, I want to see these two again, and it gave me a different respect for the movies after I read the book, and I can't decide which one I like better. There's aspects from both that I like better than one another. So, Will Graham, the main character, is played by William Peterson in this movie, and that is one thing that's better than Red Dragon. Red Dragon, Edward Norton, you're okay, but sorry, William Peterson's better. Like, the whole time, you really believe he's struggling to stay on the good side. You believe he's really getting him. Like, the investigation is really getting into him, and it's great. And then you have Tom Noonan as Francis Dollarhide, who's the main villain, and this is my favorite character in the movie because he does a great job. The whole time I read the book, this is exactly how I pictured him. Great. He's both creepy and he has you feel bad for his character at the same time with the internal struggle he's feeling with the blind woman. He does a great job, and in Red Dragon and in the book, they explain a lot about his character. But in this movie, they don't explain very much. Now, you would think that would be a bad thing, but the visuals explain it for you and explain what he's feeling. And it does a absolutely fantastic job of it. Okay, now the big thing people love to complain about is Brian Cox as Hannibal Lecter. Alright, well, why really complain? He's only in the movie for a couple scenes, which is accurate to the book. I mean, the movie doesn't revolve around him at all. I know so many promotional things. Even, like, Red Dragon, I know it says, meet Hannibal Lecter for the first time. And so does some Manhunters. And I'm like, really? He's not even in the movie that much. But, whatever. And I think Brian Cox did a good job. He's a fast talker, and he represents the character in a lot different way rather than Hopkins' slow, methodical way of doing it. He's really fast. He knows what you want. He gets into your mind immediately, and I think he did a good job. I can't really recommend this movie anymore. If you enjoyed the book or just really like thrillers, then this movie is right up your alley. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you later.